Any day now, Obama is going to receive the Keystone pipeline bill passed by both houses and will veto it. And it'll go back to the Senate, and there will be an attempt to override that will probably fail, but might not. It's very important that we understand the stakes in the Keystone pipeline, because the liberal media is not explaining it well. We need to set up a North American OPEC, a coalition of Canada, the United States, and Mexico, to counterbalance, offset OPEC, and ultimately replace it as the central determinant of oil pricing and supply and demand. The only way we can do that is to merge and pool our oil resources by having a pipeline that permits us to take Canadian oil and integrate it with the U.S. oil that's processed in Louisiana and Texas and then shipped around the world as needed. The United States has had a surge in oil production that has been incredible. We are now, I believe, by a small amount, the single largest oil producing country in the world, having just passed Saudi Arabia and Russia, or if not, we're more or less tied with them. We produce 9.5 million barrels a day. 5 years ago, we produced 6 million barrels. It's been just an incredible increase. Mexico, which has been pretty stagnant at about 2 million barrels a day, has run out of onshore oil, but has developed new ability to do offshore oil and changed its constitution to permit foreign investment in Pemex, their oil company, to accelerate that development. And they're going to come on stream big time with a lot of oil. And Canada is now over 4 million barrels a day, up from 2 or 3 just a few years ago. So together we pack quite a powerhouse. At the moment, the 3 countries combined are about 14 million barrels. That compares with OPEC's 26 million barrels. And we're growing by leaps and bounds. But to do that, we have to combine Canada's and America's resources. And if we don't permit that pipeline to go down, Canada will most likely build a pipeline to Winnipeg and put the stuff on boats and send it to China. And China and Canada will become more of an economic unit. That would be horrible in breaking up our strategic capability. Now, let's be honest about this. The environmentalists say they're opposed to the pipeline because they could break and have oil spills. But there are millions of miles of pipeline that do not routinely spill. Occasionally they do, but not routinely, not often. They then say that, oh, they're against it because the Canadian oil comes from tar sands. Most oil you get by drilling down. Some oil you get by fracking. You drill down and then you go horizontally. But tar sands are like strip mining. You cut off the top of the mountain and there's oil underneath mixed up with sand. And to extract it from that sand emits more methane than otherwise would come from an oil well. But a minor impact on global warming. The real opposition is that they don't want oil. They're opposed to oil. They're opposed to fossil fuels. They don't even want natural gas, which the environmentalists scoff at as a bridge fuel to renewable resources. Yeah, but the world is 4% of our energy now comes from renewable resources. It's never going to, in the future it'll be a replacement, but it's nowhere near that now. So we need oil, and we need to do the Keystone pipeline. And in vetoing it, Obama is not opposing it. He won't go that far, but he's reserving to himself the right to make these decisions. Another aspect of the power grab of this presidency. He's had 5 or 6 years to decide on Keystone, to launch any kind of study he needs to launch, to get any kind of data he needs, but now he still wants more time. It's an outrage, and we should protest it. Thank you.